Welcome to the Video Game Town Hall podcast. I'm your host and the mayor of Video Game Town, Jared Russo. We're here with the very rare special guest appearance, and I'm so happy, honored, and thrilled to introduce Cedric Pabriga. Cedric, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I'm happy to be here. Really honored to be part of the podcast.
If you're not familiar with Cedric's work, he's a freelance games journalist located in the Philippines, and he's written for IGN, .esports, MMORPG.com, and Gaming News, just to name a few. MMORPG.com, I believe, was under the ownership of AOL and Verizon because it was a part of Games.com.
Oh, yeah, that's like deep lore, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I actually have not heard of that, but like from what I know, yeah, they are.
And the reason I know this is because my very first job out of grad school was I became the only man working on Games.com for AOL. And they're like, here are all these other websites. And I was like, oh my God, I control all these. They clearly didn't know what they were doing because they gave a very young man way too much power and responsibility. So like I designed the website for them. I like wrote for them. I was doing like QA bug testing. I was in the VR lab. There were some days where I didn't know who my boss was and there was nothing to do. So I would just play games on Steam and people like thought I was really hard, like a really hard worker, like doing a great job. And I was just playing Steam games because I was like, I'm not getting any direction. I don't know what's going on.
Well, what games were you playing though?
It was when The Witness came out. So I had like a journal and I was like sketching and like drawing puzzles in my journal playing The Witness. So it would have been that era of like maybe Firewatch had come out then.
Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. Just like weird puzzle games or weird indies. And people thought it was a part of the site, which mostly has card games and simple puzzle games and stuff. But that is ancient history. Oh my God, it's more than 10 years ago. I'm so old. But no, we're not here to talk about me and my old history. We're here to talk about you and what you've been playing, what you like to play, and what you're looking forward to playing. So fill us in. Let the listener know what's going
on. For things I've been playing lately, it's more really fighting games.
Yes,
that's like my bread and butter.
Yes,
I love fighting games. I've been a fighting game fan for like close to a decade now. I've been watching a lot of esports. I've been there and been watching a lot of Evo, a lot of like other tournaments, and it's just something that I really love. And quite recently, I've also started participating in like online tournaments because that's all that we have here in the Philippines. Because unfortunately, the Philippines, they do have locals that you guys have in the US, right?
Yep.
But it's very fragmented. Like my nearest local, like from my place, is like 4 hours away.
Wow.
So I literally have to stay the night there and then go home the next day. So I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm just really happy that rollback netcode is like very popular now. So we all could just play online. So that's really good for me.
When you said the words fighting games, I immediately thought, are we best friends? Because I used to, for many years, go to small locals and big tournaments for Street Fighter 4. I was an 09er, as the insiders call it in the FGC. And I would go to CEO. And I would go to other tournaments, a bunch in New York. And every year, me and my friends watch Evo. And this year, we're going for my bachelor party.
Ooh, wait, Evo? Like Vegas?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, shit.
I've never been before.
Sounds so fun. That sounds so fun.
So what fighting games do you play?
Currently, I'm focused on 2XKO. It's a little bit weird right now, I think, audience-wise, because I also stream the game. And it's so weird to see the game die when it's like past midnight for like US. It's basically only popular in the US and doesn't have much of presence outside of it. So it's it's really weird after the prime hours of the US, the category just straight up dies. And I think and it's one of the things that I really want to do right now is to just kind of promote the game outside the US because not much Japanese streamers do it as well. Europe, people from the Europe don't stream it as much, I think. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of 2XKO. I've been loving it. They also just released Caitlyn's trailer. That one's really fun. I'm very excited to play her. Although I'm not a zoner. I don't play zoner characters, but I'm really
Boo!
excited.
I'm a zoner.
You're a zoner player, bro. I usually
Yeah.
play what's this? I usually play rushdown and mix up characters.
Okay.
But what I've seen from Caitlyn, she has a little bit of like everything. Like, okay, zoner is her primary archetype, but she has mix-ups and she has like trap setups. So I'm really excited about that.
It's fascinating to me that America is the focus because I would imagine League of Legends is a very big international brand worldwide. I figure a lot of people across the world would be into League, so that surprises me a little bit.
In Japan, League is actually not that big. Currently, Japan is drowning in Street Fighter 6
Yeah.
propaganda.
Oh
I would
yeah.
say, like everybody and their mom plus their grandmothers and grandfathers are Street Fighter players. So that's like their jam. League is not popular there. I think Valorant is though. So that's one.
Okay.
And then 2XKO is just, kind of drowning. Like it doesn't, have that audience there. But yeah, aside from that, I think maybe a little bit of Guilty Gear for fighting games in like particular, but like League, nah, it's not that big there.
Fascinating. I mean, there is a difference
Mm.
between the League players and fighting game fans. I don't know what the crossover it is, but I would imagine that MOBA players vastly outnumber by multiples the number of people who play fighting games. Like, I understand the people who
Mhm.
make League of Legends wanted to like branch out, so they made an anime, and then they're trying to make more games within the world. And there's a whole complicated history with like the Cannon brothers who co-made Evo, and like they made a new
Mhm.
studio, and
Like you're also a member of the FGC, so we have like kind of like unspoken rules. Uh,
oh, of
if
course.
you fight someone, it's always a set. It's
Yep.
a first to two set or first to three set. I've been seeing a lot of Reddit posts about like people who transition from League to XKO who just goes for one and dones. Well, one and dones basically mean they win one game and then they just go away. They don't honor the set. They don't honor the first to
The
two.
salty run back. I want the salty
Yeah,
run back.
yeah. They don't do any of that, and they were so confused, which is understandable because that I don't think anything of this sort exists in like in other games because you don't really hop on to like League and then play with the same dudes for like 3 games and then determine who's like the better team. You don't really do that. You play the game, you leave, you queue for another match, and then it's like a whole other dudes, right?
Yeah.
In fighting games, it's not really like that. You have to stay there. I mean, you're not obligated to, but it's more quote unquote honorable to do the full set to determine who's like who's better. But like he was so confused, and people were trying to explain to him like, okay, that's not how we do it in fighting games. In fighting games, it's a long, basically like a long explanation of why it's always better to do like a full set. And the dude just ended up with like, I don't care about a full set. I just care about points. And we're all like, okay, bruh.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. There's a lot of
Yeah.
fun ways to scam out, like ranking up, where you're like, it's
Mhm.
actually one round, it's like 30 seconds, and like the health is like super low, and you're like, what? Um,
Mhm, mhm.
yeah, hitting the lag switch. Oh, there's all sorts of fun stuff to do. 2XKO is actually going to be one of the main Evo games. Are you looking forward to any other
Mhm.
fighting games this year?
Okay, so if we're talking about like to watch, Street Fighter 6 is always big. There's like a very dominant player right now. I mean, okay, he has always been a dominant player, Mena RD.
Meta
Um,
RD.
yeah, I think that this year is gonna be like one of his biggest years. The only reason why he was not able to win Evo France is because he was not there, because he won Evo Vegas and then he won Evo Japan, and then Evo France he was just not there. So if he was there, I believe that he could have won it. Um, Punk is still around. Daigo, I really miss Daigo.
Daigo's washed.
Getting into I mean, yeah, he is, but I really miss Daigo getting into top eights of like big
I
tournaments.
know.
I,
He's my favorite.
uh,
He's the GOAT, but I wrote an
yeah.
article on this. I did odds for last year's Evo on like
Mhm.
who was going to win, and I got to a certain point where I just had to put all the sort of like the old guard, like all the old gods,
Yeah.
and I was like, don't bet on them making it far. Like they're
Tokido,
yeah, no,
Daigo.
it was
Yep,
Tokido,
yeah,
Daigo, Momochi, Fudo, Bonchan,
Mm-mm.
Sako, like all these old. I'm like, no,
Oh
this is
my
a young
God,
man's game.
Sacco. Oh. I mean, I think the current fighting games that are out right now is not a good fit for Sako anymore. Because back then we had, back then like older fighting games, they had like uh what do you call this? Combo expression.
Yeah.
That you can really do like other combos apart from like what the bread and butters are, and those require like a lot of execution. But like right now, if you play Street Fighter 6, it's all just low forward, and then you go into drive rush pressure. That's pretty much it. You don't really have anything else after that. So yeah. um what else am I thinking of watching?
Tokon.
Tekken.
Oh, Tekken. Okay.
Tokon. Oh, Tokon. Okay, let's talk about Tokon. I don't think it's gonna be out for like it's gonna be out this year, right? But I don't think it's gonna be in like Evo Vegas.
No, I mean there might be like a new demo, maybe with some new characters,
Yeah.
but like they showed that game and they're like, here are the six characters, and everyone's like, all right, cool, like where's more? And then it's been like a
Yeah.
while of here are the six characters, and people are like, no, 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 but really, like, are you gonna show us more? And they haven't.
And you play like four in the team, right? So
Yeah.
basically, you have like 80% of the team. I mean, 80% of the roster on your team. And then what do you do about like, what do you do after that, But yeah, I think I'm excited for Tokon. I've been hearing a lot of bad stuff about the recent, what do you call this? The recent test though. Apparently it doesn't feel as good as the previous one. And a lot of people are comparing it to 2XKO. And like a lot of people were like, oh, okay, 2XKO is dead on arrival because there's literally Marvel Token on the horizon. It's like the new MVC. And turns out it's not the new MVC. It's an entirely different like game, an entirely different mechanic. And a lot of people now are kind of like confused. Like a lot of tag fighters are kind of confused as to what game now to support. But like, yeah, if you guys want to play some tag fighting games that are like whack and messed up, just go for 2XKO, bro.
Maximilian Dude is maybe the most famous content creator for fighting games. Um, he's had some interesting words to say about Tokon as a sort of flag carrier for the next MVC, and he's definitely shown some footage and some evidence of how popular Street Fighter 6 is in Japan, like to such a degree. And I'm like, that's wild. Like that game puts out like four characters a year. They barely do balances, and they don't even like churn out costumes like the previous games. It's like, what is the fascination with like paying for pay-per-view to watch these like Street Fighter 6 tournaments? Like it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy actually. The pay-per-view thing, probably like a huge controversy in the fighting game community. I actually wrote like a piece about this. In Japan, well back then, in Japan, they're fine with it at first, and then they revealed how much it's gonna be, and then people were like, I don't think I'm gonna pay for that, bro. And of course, people in the West and like outside of Japan, people are already mad when they announced the pay-per-view. And it's crazy because they they put out this guideline of like, if you want to do a watch party or like a restream of the tournament, you can only show the timer. So there's literally just like a square on your stream with the timer in it, and that's pretty much it. You can't show who's the dudes that are fighting. You can't show the characters. You can't show what else is happening on the screen. The HP. You can't show any of those. It's just the timer.
Capcom, you have some explaining to do. Keep my
Yeah,
eye
a
out on
lot
it.
of stuff is happening in Capcom right now. We also have the problems with Monster Hunter Wilds on PC, which doesn't have which is not a thing in like console in the console release of the game. uh Capcom, they should just it's like a good year for Capcom, like good 3 to 4 years, because
I
they
would
were
say
just
even
churning
longer than
out.
that. It's been good
Yeah,
for
yeah, I
Capcom for a
think.
while.
Yeah, because they've been churning out like bangers after bangers. We have Resident Evil remake. We have a new Resident Evil coming out next month, actually.
I'm so
Um,
excited. Pragmata,
Same.
a new Mega Man game they showed off.
Oh right, yeah, they do have like a new Mega Man game. That was
Yeah.
so hype when I saw it in like the TGA. That was great.
There are rumors of like a new Dead Rising. Like the minor quibbles we have outside of fighting games, what else is your sort of go-to? And are there any examples of those coming out this year that you're excited for?
Outside of fighting games, I've been playing a lot of been playing a lot of Uma Musume. Pretty sure you've heard of this
Is that
game.
the
It
horse
kind of took
game?
Yes, it is the horse game. It took the world by storm. I've been playing this game even before it came out globally. I've been playing in the Japanese server and it just kind of stopped because I don't understand anything. And then I said, I'm gonna wait for this game to come out globally. And then I waited for like 5 years, 6 years. And now that it's out, I'm hell playing that one. Um, Aside from that, I've been also playing Shadowverse. It's a card game from the same developers of Uma Musume. I've always been a big card game fan. Uh,
Oh, okay. All right, we have things to discuss, but continue.
mhm, mhm. For RPGs though, yeah, I do play a little bit of RPGs outside of the things that I mentioned. Currently, right now, I'm trying to finish Atelier Ryza 2, one of my favorite franchises, and Unicorn Overlord. And those are the two that I've been finishing.
Okay, Unicorn. I've heard of that one. Um, all right, we need to go back to the card game stuff. From closed beta, was hooked on Hearthstone. I've
Mm.
been playing Hearthstone every day for almost 11, 12 years. You dabble in that?
I played the first set.
Okay.
And then I I had like a deck. It's a priest deck that that switches the defense and the offense of the dude.
Oh
It's like a
yeah,
combo deck.
yeah. Shadow Priest. Yeah. So you go from
Yeah,
healing
yeah,
to like
yeah,
doing
yeah.
damage. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I had that deck and I just had fun with it. And
Okay.
I didn't really stay for long. I probably played it for like 3, 4 months and then the new set released and I was like out. But yeah,
Fascinating.
I did enjoy like Hearthstone. It
Okay.
was good because it was like I think it was the first big digital card game, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then after that it was, everybody kind of like follows suit and people just or sorry, developers just realized that yeah, we can just, if we want to expand our horizons, we have to release this as a game that people can just play anywhere, which is what Hearthstone was. So, yeah, we got MTG Arena,
Yes.
that one playing a lot. We got Shadowverse, the one I've been playing, and a whole lot more. Yeah.
There was a League of Legends one. What's that one called?
Oh, the
Runeterra?
Legends of Runeterra. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried that one out for a bit. That was pretty interesting. It was a lot of like play a spell. Actually, no, I counter
Mhm.
your spell. I counter your counter spell. It was a lot of like that.
Yeah,
Um,
it was also kind of like weird because I played a little bit of that. I actually I hosted like a tournament just for me and my friends, and whoever won got like $2. And
nice.
it was a weird game at first because just like any other card game, first few months or first few weeks nobody knows what they're doing. They're just trying to make decks that they kind of like think that are good and they kind of like. But after that it's when the meta develops and IMO it's when, well, at least for me, it's when card games get a little boring and a little bit more predictable.
Copy paste the deck
So
code.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
a flow
yeah, yeah.
chart. Yeah. Okay. Now, do you remember when The Witcher 3 was very big and they spun out Gwent into its own standalone game?
Yeah, I did. But apparently they kind of like stopped updating the game, right? Unfortunately.
Yeah. So okay. So I was also one of those
Mhm.
people who was obsessed with Gwent, and I played it religiously. And there was a
Mhm.
Christmas break where they were doing like okay, we're gonna like put out one big patch and then we're gonna be gone for a month. And it was like the worst patch. It like ruined the game. And they
Ooh.
came back and they went from 3 lanes to 2 lanes. And people were like, "What are you doing?" And then like it died off. And then they like stopped supporting it. And
Oh
then
no.
oh, I could
Hmm.
go on about Gwent forever. But then the original creative team behind Hearthstone are behind Marvel Snap, and that's another game I'm now playing religiously. Have you ever dabbled with Marvel Snap?
I this is kind of like it's kind of like a repeat answer, but yes, I did. Like the first few weeks. Okay, this is like my problem with like other fighting games aside from Magic the Gathering. I kind of dabble with them like the first few months, and then I just go back to Magic the Gathering,
Hey,
and
that's
then
fair. That happens to my brother.
yeah,
I always try to introduce him, and he just goes back to Magic, and that's nothing wrong with that.
yeah. I mean. it's the grandfather of fighting games, of like card games.
Yeah.
I actually just really like Magic the Gathering. But yeah, talk about Marvel Snap.
Marvel Snap is at its core the quickest, most fun, and interesting card game on the market, surrounded by a buggy launcher, constant technical issues, and really gross business practices, like really greedy, terrible decisions behind the design that piss off the community and has really driven a lot of players out. That game has really fallen from grace. So if you're not like in it to win it, if you're not like keeping up with like new cards in the meta, uh, it's almost impossible to sort of like start from scratch and like feel like you're still in the game and in the community. Um, Again, I could go on a whole rant about that
Mhm.
game, but it did seem like it was like this is it, like this is the new promised thing from Ben Brode and the team from Hearthstone who left Blizzard, and then within like a year or so, they just like shot themselves in the foot repeatedly, which really stinks because
Mhm.
I don't I'm not compelled to go to Minecraft or Roblox or Fortnite, to get my live service fix.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
It's so weird how this industry has turned out. I know that you like RPGs and you like
Mhm.
JRPGs.
Yes.
I have a particular dilemma and I would love for you to help me out with it. So I'm going to be in New Zealand for 2 weeks coming up in February, and I need
Mhm.
a game to play. And I figured maybe there's like a long JRPG I can sink my teeth into. And I'm bouncing around. I'm trying to come up with the perfect title. So I'm going to toss some franchises out at you, and you let me know what you think of these. And maybe
Okay.
we can find a game for me to play while I'm on vacation. Does that sound good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Okay. What do you think about these HD 2D Dragon Quest remakes?
Ooh. Ooh, okay. The HD2D Dragon Quest remakes, I think they're actually good if you like the graphics and if you just like the what do you call this? The franchise in general. I am not that big of a fan of Dragon Quest. Unfortunately, the only one that I've played is a Dragon Quest 11,
That sounds like a
the one that
recent one.
released. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the recent one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I particularly really enjoyed that one. So I can't really speak for the HD2D remakes, but it's from Square Enix, and a lot of people like it. So I think it's like a safe choice, you know.
Interesting. Okay. Because I downloaded the demo for seven. There's like another remake. I think it's
Mhm.
seven. And I walked around for an hour talking to people and I didn't fight anything and I was very bored. Um,
Oh,
so I was
okay.
hoping that
So I
someone
think
would tell me, no, you got to stick with me. It's so much fun.
it's like, you know, I don't really believe in like games that get better after like 100 hours,
Yeah,
kind of deal. You know,
I
okay,
agree.
this might sound very very hypocritical for someone who loves Final Fantasy 14, but as a Final Fantasy fan, I just enjoyed the game from start to finish. So it's not. I didn't really have that, you know, that feeling of, oh, this game is gonna be good after like 200 hours after you get into a specific expansion. I just enjoyed the game from like the very beginning. So yeah, I think games that get good after a certain amount of hours, that's more, what do you call it? That's more than 30 hours, is kind of, you know,
It's
not really
ridiculous.
up my alley. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
it's crazy.
I don't have
Yeah.
time for that. All right.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Speaking of Final Fantasy, here's my experience with Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I played an hour of the original 7, an hour of
Mm-hmm.
the original 9. I played the demo for 7 Remake and the demo for 15 and 16. And I thought to
Ooh.
myself, this isn't Kingdom Hearts because I love Kingdom Hearts. I love all
Oh,
the Kingdom Hearts. And to me, those are way better. And I don't care who hears this. Someone needs to sell me on what Final Fantasy to play that will make me go, oh, I get it.
okay. So I think I need, before that, I think I need to know whether you like, do you like good story in games? Like, do you
For,
care much about the story of the games that you play?
for the most part, no. I'm not a story oriented person. I'm a gameplay oriented person. And I think when I grew up, I played Paper Mario, and
Mhm.
to me, like that's what I want. Where like the story doesn't matter; it's mostly just jokes, and it's like it's turn-based, but it's like you're doing something every turn. So very much kind of like Clair Obscur. Um,
Oh, did you finish Clair Obscur?
I didn't finish it, but my co-host Grant, he loves Clair Obscur. He said it was his number one game of last year.
Yeah, that's understood. I also think that it's my favorite game last year. But yeah, the main problem is if you want, I mean, if you don't really care much about the story and if you're a gameplay oriented person, I think the best Final Fantasy for you would be the recent one, which is 15, because at least that one has action combat, but and like DMC style combos. Because the because the past entries of Final Fantasy is all it revolves around the story, and then it's a JRPG. It's like turn based. It's going to be hella boring if you're grinding. um
Yeah, but I'm in New Zealand
I,
for 2 weeks, so like I'm not opposed to some like Pokemon level like grinding up the Pokemon levels a bit or whatever. But I think that's why I fell off of Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles,
mm,
is I like the job system and I like the tactical grid or whatever. But at a certain point, it was like I do I really have to sit here for like hours upon hours, like getting these job level points up? Like that's a lot.
oh, okay. So if hmm, I'm actually thinking that you might like Unicorn Overlord.
Sell me on
It's a
Unicorn
strategy
Overlord.
game.
Okay.
It's a strategy game. It's made with Vanillaware. Vanillaware equals great character design. Um, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I still have not finished the game. I mentioned earlier that I'm still finishing it. But if you like strategy games, and like anime visuals, it's probably one of the best ones out there. Just because it's not turn based. It's more of what do you call this? It's real time. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like real time. I play it on the Switch, so so if you're wondering if you could play it like handheld, yes, you could play it handheld. It just gets a little bit weird if there's like certain like units that are on top of each other, and then you can't choose the other one because just system limitations. But it's amazing because it's turn based, but when you encounter like an enemy unit, it goes into sorry, it's real time. And then if you encounter an enemy unit, it goes into like this turn-based fight that you literally have no control.
Oh, so
So
like Fire Emblem or Advance Wars?
uh I guess, but it's more of like, okay, I'm kind of lying when I said you had no control over it, because you do customize your what do you call this? You do customize your characters. Are you into programming or into stuff like that?
No.
No? Okay. So there's like a sequencing there that you can like do. There's like if else statements that each characters have. So for example, if your character is below 50% HP, they will do this type of action. If your character is attacking first, they will do this type of action. If your character is above this type of HP or this number of HP, they will do this action. I kind of, those are the things that I enjoy. It's also one of the main reasons why I enjoyed the Gambit system of Final Fantasy 12. Yeah,
I've heard
Final
those
Fantasy
words
12.
spoken before, but I did not understand what the hell they meant.
Okay, yeah. So it's basically that. It's kind of like a pre-programmed. You basically program your character, and then they will do the fighting for you. So you're kind of
Fascinating.
like hands off during the fight, but before the fight is where you kind of like you know direct them to what they're gonna do. It's kind of like you're directing a play.
Okay. Okay, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look into that further. I'll mention another demo I played. I downloaded a lot of demos over the last week trying to figure out what I'm playing on vacation. I downloaded the demo for Persona 3 Reload,
Ooh,
and I've never played a Persona
okay.
game, and that was another hour of walking around talking to Japanese school children, and I thought, when do I get to kill monsters? And I got very bored.
How long are you gonna be in New Zealand?
For 2 weeks.
That might not be enough, bro. If you're gonna play a Persona game.
I mean, I'm not going to stop playing it when I come back. I'm just like, the problem with all these games is that like
Mhm.
I typically like to just kind of skip through the cutscenes and I want to play a game. So
Uh,
it's very rare for me to not tolerate, but like kind of enjoy the more leisurely aspects of character building and world building and like and in like a Stardew where it's like, oh, like I grew a relationship, I gave this person a gift. So that
Mm-hmm.
happens in Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns is the Marvel game that the
Mm-hmm.
XCOM people made. That game I love because it was very simple with the, hey, I gave Spider-Man a gift, but it didn't like bash me over the head with it. It was very much like, all right, let's get back into the fighting and building your deck. And I like Into the Breach. Into the Breach is great.
Mm. Okay, so for Persona 3 Reload, I think hmm
Or any Persona
um
game.
yeah, any Persona game in that regard actually, they're more focused on like actually storytelling. And yeah, it's unfortunate because okay, so most JRPGs they are really like that. They really focus more on story. So you're most of the time what you're gonna do is like you're gonna talk to this princess, and
I
then
don't
the
want to talk
princess
to the
asks
kids
you,
at school. I don't want to talk to the. Just let me
yeah,
kill. I want to kill.
yeah. So yeah, for Persona, I think it might not be good, but I'm gonna try to sell it to you. There's good music.
Oh, the music's fantastic. Even I know that.
Music is hella good. I love listening to all the Persona any Persona song.
They're
It's
incredible.
yeah, they're great. There's a dog that you will meet along the way and he wields like a fucking sword and he's just like a badass. There's what do you call this? There's a dude that just punches the monsters in front of you. But then again, it's all turn based. So if you uh, I think you're okay with turn-based games, right? Because I have a friend, I have a friend that when you say it's turn-based, they're like, "Nah, I'm out, bro."
No, I'm not. I'm not opposed to turn-based at all. I mean, God,
Mhm.
I love the Paper Mario games are so great, and the new ones
Mhm.
are not turn-based. They're not any RPG. They're just weird platformy things, which I don't
Mhm.
like, or puzzle. Like those old Paper Mario games or Mario and Luigi games are so good. I like the Mario and
Mhm.
Rabbids. Um,
Oh,
really,
rabbits.
anything with Mario in it, I'll play. That's ultimately what that is about. But it's just the constant like talking and the and maintaining like the school calendar and like
Mhm.
wake up, go talk to the teacher, and it's just like I got to do that for like half the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, you're gonna have to do that for like most of the time. It's really for Persona, it's really all about the story, the story that they're trying to tell. From like the directors and the story writers. Yeah, you really play Persona for the story itself and not really for the gameplay. Like to be honest, it's the normal JRPG gameplay where you press X and then have fun. Press X, look at the animations, like oh that's cool, but it's really the experience of like where the story will put you and where it's gonna go.
Yeah,
So if you're not really into that, it's unfortunate. But I love Persona. It's one of my favorite franchises
everyone who
alongside.
plays it loves it, and they won't shut up about
Mm-hmm.
the bear
Yeah.
in 4 and Joker in 5, and I don't understand what they're
Mm-hmm.
talking about. Okay, one
Okay.
final one for you. This game, I have a friend who loves the series.
Mm-hmm.
It's open world. It's a Switch exclusive.
Is it Xenoblade?
Xenoblade. Yes. Can you sell me on Xenoblade?
Okay. Xenoblade. Are we talking about Xenoblade 1 or Xenoblade 2, like Chronicles 2?
I don't know where to start, so please
Oh,
inform me on
uh,
where I should start.
to be honest, I think they're not that closely related. Like there's like just certain parts of like 2 that are in 3, but I don't know if 1 and 2 are close like that, you know?
Oh, I don't care. That's not gonna phase me. Like, whoops, I played the sequel before that doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Shulk
Okay, so
and
if you're
Pyra and stop putting these characters
Mhm.
in Smash Brothers. First of all, cut it out, Nintendo.
Oh, they even okay. I actually like those characters in Smash, and I hate Mithra in like 2. I just don't like her personality. I like Pyra more in 2. But anyway, I'm trying to sell you out with I'm trying to sell you Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
If you don't really care much about the story or the continuation between like 1, 2, 3, I think the best one that you could pick is probably 3 just because of the graphics. If you want story, it's gonna be 2, but I know you don't really. care much about the story. So I'm gonna have to go with 3, just because it's like the latest and has the best graphics, and the gameplay is still really good.
All right, so what do you do?
So
Because I've seen mechs in videos, I've seen open
mhm.
world, I've seen monsters, but what is the gameplay? Is the combat like an MMO? Like what are you doing?
Yeah, it's kind of like an MMO combat thing. There's like there's aggro lines just to see who's like aggroing the boss or the monster, and then you have like 4 other dudes or 3 other dudes in the team, and then they all just start fighting by themselves, and you're also fighting by yourself. It's kind of similar to Final Fantasy 12's, what do you call this, Final Fantasy
The
12's battle
Gambit
system, but like
system.
no, not the gambit system,
Oh,
just just how they're fighting,
okay.
like how it's all laid out.
I'm trying to keep up with all the terminology, all the lingo.
Okay. No, all good, all good. But yeah, personally, I only played the second Xenoblade. I really enjoyed that one. But the third one is also good. I've seen playthroughs of it, and it it's an experience, all right. Not a lot of people actually like Xenoblade because they think it's like, um anime Goonerbait, as they say nowadays.
Okay, tell me
But
more. I'm interested. Yes. Okay.
so yeah,
Goonerbait, you say? Yes.
yeah, it is for like the second Xenoblade Chronicles. There's like a lot more risque stuff like that. There's like, the popular Mithra dance punishment game. It's like a story thing, a
I
side
will
quest.
Google that after we're done recording, of course.
They do quite a bit. Yeah, they do look a bit more, on the mature side. Whereas in 3, it's more. I think it's more modest. I think like they go for a much more mature look, and the story is a lot more somber, a lot more sad, I should say. And as someone who actually likes sad stories, I it's like up my alley. I just don't have the time to play it now.
Listen, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
opposed to a great story. And I mean that
Mm-hmm.
in the traditional Western sense of playing Fallout games or The
Mm-hmm.
Last of Us, or
Mm-hmm.
BioShock, or in the Silent Hill 2. I mean, that's from a Japanese developer, but Silent Hill 2, I mean, that stuff is engrossing. So, like, there are lots of walking simulators,
Mm-hmm.
Gone Home, things like that. Or recently Dispatch, which is like a sort of choose your own adventure game.
Mm-hmm.
A great story
Okay.
can be excellent, but I don't think JRPGs are necessarily like Shakespeare.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay. You know what? One thing that you did not mention that I want to suggest. You might want to look into Star Ocean 2 remake.
Star Ocean.
It's one of my favorites. Star
Okay.
Ocean 2 and Star Ocean 1. Um, I think after Star Ocean 3, or sorry, after Star Ocean 2, the franchise just fell apart. They're trying to revive it. I'm hearing stuff like Star Ocean 5 being good, but I just love Star Ocean 1 and 2. I highly suggest 2 though, because it's like the latest remake, and uh, the graphics is a little bit good, and I just love chibi. Their little dudes walking around your screen. I love that kind of what do you call this? That kind of art style,
Okay.
and the gameplay is kind of similar to.
Is it a Tales game? I've played Tales of Symphonia. That's like real time.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of the same. It's like real time.
Okay.
There's like they eliminated random encounters with the new remake, but
Mm.
you see the opponent now, so you just kind of run into them, and then it puts you into like a small battlefield, and then everybody just runs
That's so much
towards
better.
each other, and
I'm
then
sick and tired of random encounters. Like in older
yeah.
Pokemon games. No, let me see the
Mhm.
Pokemon. I'll choose whether I want to engage with it.
Yeah. So I think you might actually like Star Ocean.
Star Ocean. Okay, maybe we found our winner. I think ultimately nothing will ever top Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, you get your RPG, you get your action, you get to mash buttons and beat stuff up with the stick, and you combine it with Disney. Nothing gets better, folks. Nothing gets better than Kingdom Hearts.
I agree. I do like me my Kingdom Hearts. When Sora came out in Smash, I was really hyped.
Yeah, I have the Sora amiibo. Just exciting stuff.
Ooh. Oh,
Uh
speaking of amiibo, I'm actually very excited to get like the Street Fighter 6 amiibos. They did some of those, right?
yeah, there's a Kimberly, there's a Kimberly, easy for me to say.
Hmm.
There's a Luke and there's a Jamie on top of the Ryu and Ken.
Hmm.
Maybe those have released or they're coming out soon. I played a little bit of Luke in 6. I actually liked playing him when he was really good. And then they nerfed him, and then
Yeah,
I stopped playing him.
when his medium when his crouching medium punch reaches across
Oh
the
man, that thing was so good. Just toss that out for days.
yeah,
Um,
toss we can counter hit, then go for like a driver's pressure. That character
it
was
was great.
cancer.
I so you're gonna hate me because like I've been a Guile main for so long. Like I get away from me, I throw sonic booms at you, you
Oh, I
don't
actually
jump in
like
on
fighting
me.
against Guile.
Yeah, no, I've been playing Guile for as long as I can remember, and I don't need to drive rush into you. You're gonna drive rush into
Mhm.
me, and I'm gonna catch you.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna wait you out. I'll sit there for 99 seconds. I don't care. I'm a zoner.
I
I
actually
love
like
it.
fighting against Guile. I used to play my first main was actually in Street Fighter 6 was Chun Li, so I don't really have any problems getting into
Chun-Li hasn't been good in a Street Fighter game since Third Strike.
Third Strike. Yeah,
Why do they
yeah.
keep doing
I
her
would.
so dirty? What's going on, Capcom? Why do you hate Chun-Li?
It's so weird. Now she's like a charge character and a stance character. It's so weird. Like I played Third Strike. My first time playing Third Strike was like a year ago because I never really played it like in the arcades. And I was so confused because I already played Street Fighter 6 with like her charge fireballs. And then I was like, yo, she was a motion character? Hello?
She's gone back and forth. Like she was
Yeah.
charged, then she wasn't, then she was, then she wasn't. Um, it doesn't seem like they really know what to do with her.
Yeah, the
Um,
guy just doesn't know what to do with. Yeah, she's like the main heroine of the franchise. Like, come on, man.
yeah, I can understand not wanting to make Dhalsim or Zangief really strong in any game because it
Mhm.
probably will piss off casual fans a lot because they're like, I can't beat this guy. Either I'm getting grabbed or like his limbs are hitting me across the stage. But to not make
Mhm.
Chun-Li good in any of these games is like very odd to me. But that's another
Yeah.
discussion for another day. I want to finish off by going through a couple of sort of big notable games coming out this year, and I want to know where you stand. Do you think these games will be coming out and will be good, or do you think they will be coming, or maybe not even coming out? Maybe they'll be delayed, maybe they'll be bad. So give me a
Mhm.
temperature check on some of these, all right?
Yeah, sure. Gotcha.
Bloodstained 2, The Scarlet Engagement.
I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. I'm not a big fan. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get burned for this, like on a stick. But I'm actually not a big fan of Hollow Knight.
You bite your tongue, sir.
This is the hot take.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
actually a big fan of Hollow Knight. I have it on Steam. Don't I play it from I mean here and there, but I'm actually not a big fan of like Metroidvania in general. The only Metroidvania that I actually love was like Metroid Dread, and that's it. But Bloodstained, I'm actually, looking forward to playing it.
I need this game to be very good so badly. You have no idea.
Mm.
And I need it to come out
Mm-hmm.
this year. Um, by the way, Symphony of the Night. Play Symphony of the Night.
Mm-hmm.
Just play it.
I'll
No, there's no
try.
try. You do. Play Symphony of the
I'll,
Night. It's the greatest Metroidvania of all time. It's number one.
mm,
It's the best.
I mean, wasn't there like a fight between another Castlevania game for like top one, like best Metroidvania games of all time, isn't
I
it?
don't know. All I know is that Symphony of the Night is the GOAT. Um,
Okay.
we're going to be seeing Fable at a Microsoft presentation in a few weeks. I need to see more from Fable. I'm still dubious.
It's kind of weird what they're doing with Fable right now. I know that they announced like when did they first announce this? Was this like 5 years ago?
Years, years ago.
Okay, I'm actually in like the faction of like I think games should be announced at the latest a year from
Yeah.
its release. It's so weird that we're doing there were announcements in like the Game Awards 2025 that were for 2027, 2028. I
No.
think that's weird. But
They
anyway,
say it's for recruiting and they say it's to build.
mm,
I always find those arguments very stupid. Yes, I agree. Hey, our game's
mm,
coming out in 6 months. Here's everything. Oh, wow. Cool.
yep.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah. Just shadow drop it. That's like the best thing.
You can chat. Yeah, you can chat it. Here's another one. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. I've been seeing CG cutscenes for this for years.
Mhm.
Is this thing real? I don't think it's real.
I don't know. I actually don't. I'm not a big fan of the superhero genre. The only thing that I played is probably Spider-Man. I like that one because I'm a big Spider-Man fan, but like that's pretty much it. Like aside from Spider-Man, I don't really care much. But Marvel, I don't know what they're doing with Marvel right now. The games are weird. Like
I don't,
if you ask me, there
I don't know
there
what
was
they're doing
this.
with Star Wars. I don't know what they're doing with.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from Marvel's Wolverine, that's Insomniac, that's the Spider-Man
Mhm.
people. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fairly confident that's coming out and it'll be great. How about Vampire Crawlers, the new card turn-based dungeon crawler thing in the world of Vampire Survivors?
Oh, okay. I actually have not heard of this. Are they doing like a Slay the Spire but Vampire Survivors kind of thing?
They are doing their own spin on a deck builder roguelike
Mm-hmm.
in the world of Vampire Survivors, where it's like the same powers, like the same weapons and the same enemies. You should check out the trailer. It's very weird. It's very interesting. But
Okay.
speaking of, yes, they are doing Slay the Spire 2. Again, I need Slay the Spire 2 to come out,
Mhm.
and I need it to be so addictive because God, I'm just ready for another Slay the Spire.
It should have come out like yesterday, bro. Slay the Spire is so good.
It's so good. I have
I
it on
just love I
every
I
console.
love games like that. Like
Yeah,
I love the concept, deck building, as
yeah,
card game fans, just making your deck along as you go and then it being like a roguelike is so good.
yeah. No, there's nothing better. I
Mhm.
really, 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 I like when they delayed it. You have no idea how sad I was. All right, well, I'm looking forward to Gears of War E Day. I'm going
Mhm.
through a list right now of things.
Sure, sure, sure.
Control Resonant. I'm also looking forward to. I
Mhm.
really, really hope those games come out this year. But my number one is the Duskbloods from Software.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah, the Switch exclusive one, right?
I need to know what percentage of this game is Bloodborne, and I need to know whether it's really a PvP or if it's like just another Dark Souls where it's like you can play it by yourself and you can summon in
Hmm.
people and leave messages. Like, I need more details and I need them today.
Yeah. I mean,
Miyazaki-san, please.
we all know we're not getting a Bloodborne remaster release anytime soon. Or
No! Don't say
anything.
that. Don't say that.
But yeah, Duskbloods is really interesting. I think it's just what turns me off about it is the what do you call this? The vampire aesthetic and the vampire concept of the game. But aside from that, I'm really interested in just trying it out. I never know if I'd like it unless I try it out.
Well, you're going to become a huge vampire fan when you play Symphony of the Night because
Right, right, yeah.
final question before we leave the podcast.
Mhm.
Grand Theft Auto 6, November or
Not really.
2027?
It's 2027. Like, come on.
Wow.
I've already been reading a lot of reports, insider reports that they're saying, well, these are all rumors, all right? I'm just gonna have to put it out there. It's all rumors. I don't know if these are true or not, but apparently a lot of higher ups in Rockstar, they actually don't think that they can ship it out this year.
My goodness.
Yeah. So I'm basing it off there. I also think, or I also believe that it might be 2027. I just think that Rockstar is getting pressured into, releasing the trailers that early because the game was already leaked. Well, the very, very early version of the game was already leaked.
That's
So
right.
they just kind of have to keep up. They just kind of have to keep up with people's expectations and like the people's hype for the game. And they need to ride that if they want GTA to continue being successful. And I think they're just kind of like in a rough spot right now where they have to balance that out and they have to balance developing the game.
It's going to be another fascinating year to see what
Mm-hmm.
gets surprise dropped. Assassin's Creed 4 remake or a Witcher
Ooh.
3 DLC, all sorts of weird rumors flying around.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting time. And then we'll see the industry collapse because GTA 6 didn't come out and consoles aren't selling. And then prices will go up and everyone get fired. And then AI will take all of our jobs. Um, Cedric, please tell
Mm-hmm.
me and the listening audience, where can people find more of your work on the internet in terms of social media or website? And then where
Um,
do you stream?
Oh, okay. So everybody can find me. Anybody can find me on Twitter. It's Ichika Rika. And that's basically my name in all the social medias. I also have like an Instagram. I have a YouTube channel where I post all of my video essays. I posted, I made a video about Final Fantasy 14 there, which is the latest one that's up right now. And a few ones from the games that I really like, which includes Atelier Ryza and Magic the Gathering. Aside from that, I also stream on Twitch and also the same on YouTube. Same name, Ichigarika. And what else do I have? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for coming on today. I have a feeling that you're going to come on the podcast again because
Ooh.
we might have many things to discuss. What RPG I picked and played during my vacation, maybe an Evo preview, maybe some
Mm-hmm.
more card games come, maybe a Slay the Spire 2 early access beta drops, and I need people to talk to about it. You're my go-to guy on this. So thank you so much for joining, and thank you for listening, everyone else. You can follow our work on Video Game Town. We have a YouTube and a Blue Sky, a Twitch, Instagram, a TikTok. We're on Patreon, and we're on Ko-Fi. I think I got those all correct. So thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.